So with the cosine law, I am not going to go over that first page that you guys see there, because this is basically how to prove how they got the cosine law, and you guys don't need it, and it's more confusing than anything else, okay? So I'm not gonna do that. I just wanna go over with you, when do we use the cosine law, and what are the formulas for cosine law, okay? Again, these formulas you don't need to memorize. Even for the exam, you'll be given formula sheets, so you will have access to all the formulas that you need, okay? There's no need to memorize. Now, the cosine law is used in two cases, okay? Case number one is when I have two sides and the angle between them. It has to be the contained angle. If it's not the contained angle, then you cannot use the cosine law. And in this case, you'll be solving for the third side, okay? So you'll be solving for the third side. Okay? Now the other case would be when you are given all three sides, and then you have to solve for one angle. Okay? That's when you can use the cosine law. Okay? So I told you earlier that it's always easier to eliminate cosine law, right? So if you don't have two sides and the angle between them, or all three sides, then you can't use cosine law, then you must choose sine law. Okay? It's easier to understand if it's cosine or not. Now what's the cosine law? So the cosine law says if you are given two sides and an angle between them, and you're trying to find side C, for example, cosine law is C squared, so I'm looking for C. It will be C squared equals to A squared plus B squared minus 2AB cosine angle C. So, to look for the third side, so the side C, C squared is equal to the given side A squared plus the given side B squared minus 2 times the given side A, given side B, times cosine the given side angle C. Okay? Now it would work for any side that you're looking for. So let's say if you're looking for side A, it's going to be A squared equals to B squared plus C squared, because you must be given the other two sides, minus 2BC, these are the one that's given to you, and then cosine angle A. You see that the side that you're looking for and the angle are matching. They're matching. Do you think you can tell me what would be if you're looking for side B? What would the formula be? AC cosine B. You got it. Okay? So now you can call it whatever you want. You can call it X, Y, and Z. Right? You're using the same formula as long as you're like changing your letters accordingly. So when you do use this formula, at the end, in order to find just side B, you have to square root. Okay? So at the end, you have to square root your answer. Now this will be used in the case of side angle side. So when you have the two sides and the contained angle. The case when I have all three sides given, and I'm looking for the angle. then the formula will change a little bit. Okay? The formula is coming from isolating for the cosine part because you're looking for the angle part. Okay? This is where the formula is coming from. I'm going to give you the formulas. Again, you're going to have access to these formulas on the test and on the exam, I mean, and on assignment, you're going to have the open book, right? But you need to know that it's coming from basically isolating for that part, for the cosine part. Okay? You guys okay with this? So, where's the formula? So let's say I'm looking for angle C. If I'm looking for angle C, it will be cosine C equals A squared plus B squared minus C squared over 2AB. Okay? Again, the angle and the last term that you're subtracting, they're going to have to match. Okay? So if you're looking for angle B, what would you get? For angle A, sorry, cos A. What would you have?
C squared plus B squared minus A squared.
Yeah, C squared plus B squared minus A squared over 2CB. And then if you're looking for cos B, for angle B, it's going to be
A squared plus C squared minus B squared over 2AC.
Now, at the end, you're going to get cosine C, or cosine B, or cosine A. How can I find the angle? What do I have to do? The inverse, right? So you must do cos inverse at the end. Now, it's very important that when you're using these formulas that you enter them correctly on your calculator. Otherwise, you're going to get the wrong answer. Okay? So we're going to start with the first one. You either enter it all at once, with this formula, you either enter it all at once, or if you want to enter it separately, this right here, this part right here, is multiplied together. You must do it together at once. Okay? So you can do A squared by itself, C squared by itself, but then you must put this all, the 2AC cos B, that part must be entered together. If your calculator can do all of them at the same time, might as well do it all at the same time because then your answer is going to be more accurate. Okay? Huh? Mm-hmm. Now, when it comes to this part, if your calculator doesn't enter, doesn't have like that ratio button, whatever it's called, the thing, then what you have to do, you have to find the answer for the top altogether, write it down, find the answer for the bottom, write it down, then do your division. Okay? Otherwise, your calculator is going to do the wrong thing and then you're going to be in trouble. Okay? So, your calculator should be fine to do the whole thing because you have the fraction. Okay. So, first part of the formula is used when we are finding sides and when we are given two sides and the contained angle. Right? The second set of formulas, they're used when we're looking for an angle and then we are given all three sides. Are you guys okay with that? Okay. So, let's look at the first example. So it's asking you to find side B. What situation do I have here? Do I have the two sides and the contained angle, or do I have all three sides? Two sides and the contained angle. Okay? I'm looking for side B, so I'm going to use the B formula. So B squared equal A squared plus C squared minus 2AC cosine angle B. Right? You know what side A is, you know what side C is, correct? You know what angle B is, correct? So this formula I should be able to plug in everything in the formula, right? And then solve for B. None of you have a reverse calculator, right? You all have a forward calculator? I think so. Yeah. So what I want you to do, I want you to try to put everything together as you see it on the board. So put 20 squared plus 25 squared minus 2 times, or bracket 20, bracket 25 equals 3. All together. Sorry? Not yet. Not yet, because I still have to do one thing. What is it? Yeah, that's right. So, you should be getting this answer. Is that right? Yeah. Okay, I'm not gonna write all of them.
I got, oh my goodness, sorry.
It is?
Yes.
Okay. Now, the last step is I have to square root because I have b squared, right? The opposite of squared is square root. So if I square root that, what do I get? Should be 18.9.
Yeah.
Now you round to 1 decimal. Okay, because that's your part. So you can now just do square root of the answer, and you should be able to get it. Are we?
With there being more decimals after the 9, the 355 and 20
That it doesn't matter. It's not going to be a big change. Okay. I mean, on the calculator you can keep the whole answer because you can actually do square root of the answer. So you did the first one, right? Which is 20 squared plus. So you have that answer. Now you can do second square root alpha answer. The reason why alpha is because it's taking green. Okay, so that's using all of this. Okay, show me how you're putting it. Plus. Okay. Are we okay with this? All right. Now the second situation that I have, what do I have? What is given to me?
All sides.
All three sides. And they're asking me to find angle A. right? So in this case, I have to use the second set of formulas, right? Because this is the case where I have all three sides and I'm looking for an angle, okay? So because I'm looking for angle A, then I'm going to use the cos A formula, okay? So the cos A formula, so let's name this first A, C, B. So cos A is B squared plus C squared minus A squared over 2BC. So if I enter the numbers in, so that's 38 squared plus 26 squared minus 30 squared all over 2 times 38 times 26. As I said, I want you, if you don't have that like special button on the calculator, I want you to find the top, write it down, find the bottom, write it down, and then do your division. Okay? So if you do the top, make sure that you do it, and then you should be getting this answer, I think. And then the bottom should be this. And then your answer at the end should be 0. What would it be? I don't have a calculator. So 0.617. Let me just stop the video. That's okay. We're just gonna stop the video because I'm recording.
Stop this information. It's scary.